Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Wham. It is me, Janjo. Hey, Nelson Cabral. What's up? Boys. Yes, you ease. Yes, you ease. Welcome to the final. Turn this down a little bit. To the final Janjo stream of 2024. It's been a wild year. I wasn't sure if I want to do like a 2024 wrap up thing or this. But I think I'm going to do the wrap up, like a wrap up video for Patreon. I'm probably going to make and put out tomorrow, I think. Because I do plan on taking the following 2 weeks off. So, like, off of work, YouTube. We'll see if I'm actually, like, probably still be working on YouTube videos, if we're being honest. But this was just a simpler idea for a live stream. So I'm like, I've been kind of itching to do this. I know a lot of you have been enjoying this giving effects to normal monsters live stream series that we've been doing the last who knows how long it's been. It's honestly feel like it's been forever since we started, but I think this is like the fifth. Could you LOB, Metal Raiders, Magic Ruler, Fair Servant? So yeah, this is the fifth one. And as you can see, like, this includes like tournament packs, starter decks. Like, it's a lot of cards. Now, we have not done any like the fusion cards because it's just pure normal monsters. However, you all know about this. The goal down there. I have a dono goal. If we reach that goal, I will include the fusion monsters. Hey, what's up, Lee? I threw away all my cards because my ex-friend, who I've been 10 years... that's my set, became corrupted by... that's unfortunate. Yeah, I got rid of my cards when I first left the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, back in high school, I gave them to one of my friends. And I certainly regret it. Like, I don't recall it being, like, every card I had, like, as a kid, but it was, like, a good chunk of cards. And a lot of them were... like really cool cards I acquired throughout the years of Yu-Gi-Oh. But hey, I feel like my collection now, which is humble, far exceeds that. So you can always, all it takes is just to buy more cards, basically. Oh, look at that! If you want to buy more cards, maybe buy my TCG affiliate link. Gives me a little kickback. Doesn't charge you a dime. I honestly barely get any money from it. There's really no great reason for me to promote it, honestly. Aside from, I don't know, it feels like it looks kind of cool on my channel. It feels a little prestigious. I don't think prestigious is the right word. But I feel like it looks nice. Being like, oh, it's TCG Player channel. I actually hit up TCG Player months ago for an idea I had. Never heard back. Competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And hand traps. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of modern stuff. But, I mean, if you want to play competitive, there's always, like, budget decks, or just play casual. Hey, what's up, Lid Lover? What's going on? Glad to see everyone here. The what's the word? The casuals, the people who are here, the regulars here. Yes, on the final stream of 2024. This is the first time I think we're starting to see in these 2003 sets, a lot less normal monsters, as you can tell by. Or plan on doing LON and LOD and the single normal in starter deck Pegasus. There's none in Joey. It's kind of too bad Pegasus didn't get Dark Rabbit as like a bonus one. Like Dark Rabbit seems to keep avoiding like potential releases. Like it possibly could have been in as like an added card in Metal Raiders, potentially like a tournament pack or a McDonald's pack. Here we are. Like, it took us so long to get Dark Rab in the TCG. Like, when was it? 2011, I think? Amphibian B should have a weaker effect than Red Ice because of its stat level. Or start level. Yeah, I mean, it's even stronger because typically you play this in a Legendary Ocean deck where it gets to 26, 1 tribute, which is kind of wild. And this is before we get Terror King Salmon, which is basically the same thing, but just, you know, another one. Honestly, I kind of wish we saw more people try out, like, now, obviously the thing with Phoebe is still need a tribute for it, but like a tribute for 26. I mean, how often do we see that in Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, almost never. Even, like, today, there might be, like, 1 or 2 cards that hit that. If that, you know? I did add 2 cards that I felt when I was like putting this list together the other week. Tricks are forgive. Remember Tricks yogurt? They don't sell that anymore. I'm glad they brought back the like the fruit shaped ones because that's where the flavor was at. But yeah, I added the attribute field spell searching for these 2 cards. These are the last 2 that we didn't do from before. So I feel like the ones that fit the best for this was Biomage and Wolf Axe Wielder for Gaia Power and Luminous Spark. I mean, Gogurt's still around, I guess. So I guess if you really wanted to, you could like you know, squeeze them in a little cup. Yeah, blue, purple, or was it pink? Might have been purple. I feel like I've had this conversation. No, it was pink and green, and then purple, blue. That was it. Pink and yellow. Was it not like watermelon? I don't remember yellow. But maybe I'm wrong. Saying for like the Trix yogurt. Yeah, I feel like it was like purple and actually in my head it was more like a lavender. They really need to bring back that. I like yogurt, but I feel like it's like unless you get Greek yogurt, it's just like 100% sugar and terrible for you. But like, it's good though. Like everything has sugar in it, and it's terrible. Because I'm a sugar fiend. Like I'd be like Augustus Gloop in Wonka's factory, just like you eating the chocolate river and then falling in and getting stuck. Like that would be me. I would be Augustus Gloop in this situation. Which, by the way, I pre-ordered the freaking Steelbook of Willy Wonka, and I still haven't got it yet. Like any new release I try to get of a movie, it gets like backward by a month or 2. I pre-ordered it, man. Come on. You can make yogurt in a rice cooker? The yogurt setting. I don't think mine has a yogurt setting. I have like a slow cook setting, which I made some stew last week. I've never heard of a yogurt setting. I have a friend who has an ice cream machine. I don't know if you ever used it. Like, that would be kind of fun to make ice cream. Make some lavender ice cream. Trix yogurt ice cream. I could try to make some Trix yogurt coffee. That could be kind of, or just Trix coffee. That could be good. Like, I want to experiment with more coffee flavor stuff. Like, I have, excuse me, I have orange coffee. That's really good. From a local coffee shop. Man, I almost can smell Trix right now. We're talking about Trix so much. I can legit, my mind, I can smell that fruity flavor. Or maybe I'm just having a stroke. Most people, you know, they smell something burning, but no, I smell Trix yogurt. So what do you think about Amphibian Beast? I feel like I had some ideas for some of these. Oh, like Gemini Elf. Okay, Gemini Elf. That one, you know, obviously. Obviously. Oh my god, how many cards are in the set? Goodness. This card's gotta be a Gemini monster, right? And it can attack. Maybe attack twice. We'll leave it be Gemini for now. But let's not get hurt. Let's say in order. Let's be true to ourselves. Say in order. Amphibian Beast. What are we thinking when it comes to an effect? It's supposed to be like a fast monster. I feel like I need to adjust this so it doesn't. Can I have it where like I click on it, it doesn't like get launched? I think I just have to like. Reduce this. There we go. There we go. Hand manipulation. I feel like fast would be like it would be summoned if like something gets destroyed. Like maybe something like the end phase, right? Like if more than one monster on your field gets destroyed during the turn. Like during something like during your end phase. Or during the end phase. If more than gets sent to the graveyard. GY. And maybe like if you control a legendary ocean. I know it's supposed to be like Umi, but he is. I mean, he's a big green. He's like the Hulk Hogan gremlin. So if you control a legendary ocean during the end phase, if more than one monster on your field gets into the grave, special this card from your hand. So it gives this guy like a special summoning condition, but it's it's not the easiest to get, but it's like you could see it come off if there's like a TT or a dark hole, or your opponent gives for like a big push. The Gremsters, the Gremstars. Shouts to Joe Dante. So I like the background of these, like the blues and the oranges and the reds. Some downside effects, no 4-star. I mean, potentially. If you feel like a card that could use a downside effect. Yeah, Biomage, we gave like the search. It was either between this or Shining Abyss for the Luminous Spark, but I feel like we could do something better with Shining Abyss, and this guy's like nothing really else I can think of terribly much. Boneheim. Speaking of water monsters. Sucking dry any creatures that may encounters. Oh, yes, please. Boneheimer. What a terrible name. You've heard of Oppenheimer. Let me tell you about Boneheimer. like a corny Magic the Gathering card. It kind of looks a little magic-y. I mean, in terms of it just looking like a realistic-y sci-fi creature, you know? Let me reduce this. This. Looks like it makes a doot. It does a doot. Yeah, not much bone. I mean, I guess all the spikes are kind of bones. I mean, it's really bad stats. I mean, I guess level 3 could be kind of neat. Spineheimer. Seahorseheimer. How about something like... one... How about that? Tribute out an Aqua and it gains a bunch of attack. It, like, sucks them off. Sucks them dry, sucks them off. So you do have to get rid of a monster, but basically you get a 1850 beater, potentially 2050 out of it, depending if you have Legendary Ocean. But if you don't have that, it's kind of dead. So, it has some... It has a tissue because it has an issue. There's the next one. Goodness. Earthbound Spirit. Defender. Where spawn warriors, drags deepest bowels on the... So there's actually a lot of directions we can go from this. We could have it where it, like... something's destroyed and it comes out. We could have it where it like, destroys on, like, destruction. Like... Battle while this card is in defense. There. Like, now it punishes something that attacks while defending. You can't really abuse it by having an attack mode. Revival. Ooh, yeah, kind of like... Actually, why not both? Then... one... level, I guess, 3. GY. Can you turn the effect to a flip effect? Well, I feel like flip effect kind of goes against it being a defender, right? Because if you're just switching into attack mode. I mean, I guess it gives you, like, the option of, like, keeping in defense, which is kind of neat. And flipped. Or we could make the special summon thing a flip. Yeah, let's put this in the front. How about that? When flip, making like a reflipper thing? Well, my only issue with this is that it feels like it could abuse Sangan. But banish the card when it leaves the field. There. Well, like, I don't think something that could abuse Sangan would be good for the game. But I want to give it like a plague thing, right? Where it revives, then like it gets banished, so you can't abuse Sangan. Because like a revive is still really powerful, just from a flip effect that could potentially be abused by like, like the books or Tsukuyomi. Especially some one level 3 or lower fiend from your GY. Banish it when field. This card is destroy battle. This card in defense mode. Destroy the attacking monster. Yeah, I like that. That seems balanced. Like, things don't necessarily need to be balanced, but I think we just have to take it card by card. Empress Mantis, I think, is really cool. In regards to like early insect monsters. It's kind of like the best monster they got for a while. In terms, if you want like a tribute monster. Hey, Tiergo, what's up? Flying Fish. On summon, excavate top 3 cards, you expert summon any level 6 fish type monsters. In the graveyard, it can be. I kind of like that. When we get to Flying Fish, we'll have to revisit that. But right now, we gotta figure out Empress Mantis. So we're going in order. Flying Fish will be coming up soon, though. Just 2 more monsters after this. Unless you donate $2, and I'll just jump right to that. If I don't chill, who will? Empress. I feel like this monster we should give it like a good effect to. Just to give like insects something cool. Right? I could see this as like a Machine King thing, right? Except for like on the field. So you could do like a DNA surgery thing with this. So then you normal summon it and it already has like 2300 attack. But like if your opponent has like 2 monsters and you got 2 monsters. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of like giving like a Machine King-esque effect. But DNA surgery can make it kind of cracked. I wish we saw more DNA surgery stuff in GOAT format. Because I guess it's more to like I've said this in previous streams, but I'm trying to keep things in relatively GOAT format levels of strength. Flame Dancer. This thing looks kind of cool. This thing looks like it would be like an illusion. Like it looked like it would have the Widget eye. It's actually got like 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes. Ah. This monster moves while swinging its burning rope. I don't see no burning rope. Looks like it just dances. I've always liked pyro stuff. I feel like something fire would be like cool. Some cool fire support. So we added some in Pharaoh's Servant. Like the Dark Fire Soldiers and Mr. Volcano and Flame Champion. Just make this one Machine King as well. Flame Manipulator. What did Flame Manipulator do? Oh, we gave him like Salamander up support. Sent from hand or field to the graveyard. You can add Salamander from deck to your hand. We should have like a strong. This guy feels like he'd be a flip monster. Right? I'm getting like flip vibes from him. Like flip, destroy. How about a column thing? Add salamander from deck to hand. I mean, play manipulator kind of already does that. Could do we can make him add burning spear to hand. Burn up each fire monster. I feel like you would want to include at least like that card too. Inflict. Let's make it 200. Like 200 damage to your opponent for each fire monster on the field. So at the very least, you're gonna inflict 200, which is like really bad. But you know, if you got 3 fires on the field, it's 600. It's still like pretty bad, but yeah. Burn damage be burn damage. Okay, so let's get to flying fish then. So we were saying earlier, excavates top 3 cards of your deck and special summons any level 6 or lower fish monsters. And grave can be banished to add a fish to the hand, a low fish. I don't necessarily mind, like, maybe like not level 6s, but make bounce fish type. Summon. I'm basically going for like old school design, but I mean we can have some fun with it. Like if it fits the card. This card does have grant 3 wishes. Wait, 3 cards. One of the a summon. Deck. That catch Superman teaser. Yeah, I watched the I'm more optimistic than I was before, but I am a little worried that it's gonna go the same route as like Superman is a symbol, not a character. That I feel like most of the movies tend to be, you know, past Christopher Reeve's original movies. But I'm aside from that, it looks like it could be a lot of fun, which a Superman movie should be a lot of fun and not dreary and depressing. Make this a normal summon. Spider-Man 3 vibes? I don't know if I really get that. Like, I just hope it's not... Like, there seems to be a lot of villains. You know, we saw Lex Luthor. I can't think of the other, like, baddies we saw. I know, I noticed Mr. Terrific seems to be in it. So it seems to be a movie about, like, Superman, like, not an origin story, which I'm more than happy about, but I just hope it's not, like, another Lex Luthor is the villain movie, because he's just always there, you know? It's like adding the Joker to every Batman movie. Like, we didn't need Joker in the end of the Batman, you know? Like, I hope it's not Spider-Man 3. I feel like that one definitely had, like, issues, right, with Sam Raimi versus the producers, whereas, you know, Superman, it's definitely DC being like, James Gunn, for love of God, save our franchise, like, save our universe. So, I have more faith in James Gunn, but it's just like him with Superman. I've just always been like iffy on. Yeah. Like, I prefer to have something that has, you know, for example, the Marvel's Spider-Man PS4 game, right, where it was like Spider-Man was like years in on this job. Like, I like that because you didn't need to spend all this time establishing everything. Like, you could have fun stuff. You can have experienced characters and known villains in the world and whatnot. And I hope we do a lot of that. I just hope the movie isn't too, like, stressed on theming and, like, it just needs to get Superman right, you know? Let's see, Gadget Soldier. When summoned in any way, it wrote as a gadget monster. 300 track for each gadget. A rust-free machine worn to battle. Now, this guy does not look rusty at all. I don't know if I want to do gadget support with him. Like, I know it's, like, gadgets in his name, but... Like, he's never been, like... Yeah, typical stuff. Let me look up Gadget Soldier. Wikipedia is very slow today. I mean, he is a gadget monster, but... It's not quite like... Gadgets are a long time coming, so I feel kind of weird making it to, like, a gadget. He is the fire, though. That could be kind of neat. Destroys a monster, battle destroys another of the monsters. The awkward thing is that he does it's his level and his attack both, like, really bad. I don't hate something like that, though. No, gadgets were not out by Go. Gadgets came out in, like, 2007. Hey, what's up, Tripper Tasker? Like his stats are in line with like power of like an Air Knight Parshath, right? What about this? How about like a cannon soldier, but instead of like destruction or like burn damage, you get to draw a card? Because we have a cannon soldier like upgrade, like later on, released anyway, an MK2. So this is a way to like get a monster that could potentially give you more card advantage. Kind of like Air Knight, where it attacks, this one like tributes, which puts it more in line with like a cannon soldier. I don't know how we're feeling about that. But I think the one that's probably a little more exciting though is Gemini Elf. Now, this gotta be a Gemini monster. I don't really do Gemini. I haven't done Geminis much in here. Or really like monster abilities aside from Flip. There might be like a couple unions, but like, come on. Now, its whole thing is with alternating attacks, right? So, does that mean it attacks twice? Does that mean it has like a weird direct attack, but with like half damage? Does it like... Because it could be something like... can attack twice, but the second attack can be a direct attack, but your opponent... Something like that? With direct damage, discard 2 cards? Oh my god. No. Just duos your opponent. Crystal Sage attack twice. Yeah, I kind of like having it be able to attack twice. Battle phase. That could be a direct attack, but your opponent takes 900 damage. 900 because 1900 direct is a lot. And 900 is its defense. So it's like... you know, like both elves, like one is 1900, the other one is 900. Because like if you're having like a direct attack thing, I feel like anything higher than like 900 is a little iffy. But it doesn't have to be. But it says that it can be a direct attack, so you don't have to. So you can still attack another monster with 1900. Yeah, but tunes have a lot of bigger issues with them, such as, you know, summoning sickness of attacking regardless. As well as, you know, Toon World being a thing and just being so heavily reliant on Toon support. Like Like, we could have it where it is just, like, you know, Robin Goblin. Like, if we want to be, like, simple. Well, 900 is based off of his defense, and that's kind of like, if we round it up, that is, like, half of his attack. If you, like, round it down. Flicks. Yeah, I kind of like direct attack. I think that fixes a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot better, actually. It only gets to fit direct attacks. Not necessarily. I mean, 1900 is a lot of attack. So you have that trade-off, right, of a lot of 1900 versus 14. Like, a lot of things can beat over Don Zalug. That's kind of Zalug's, like, big issue. Really, most of the Dark Scorpions, aside from Gorg, but Gorg has a level issue. Unless you're playing speed duels, but he still has a level issue. Well, I got 2 likes. What's up with that? Live for 42 minutes. I mean, Gemini, like, you know, it's going to be around more than 1 turn when Yu-Gi-Oh's already, like, pretty slow for a while. Hmm. Yeah. All right, I'll take that out then. Did the music end? The music ended. Loop. Gemini, when this card inflicts battle damage, throwing random card from your opponent's hand. Okay. There. There we go. I will settle on that. Grand Tiki Elder. We could do some, like, fun mass support with some of these cards. 10 viewers and only 2 likes? Come on. Come on. A mass monster wheel is the most deadly of curses. Yeah, I mean, you do have to, like, use your normal summon, which can be kind of iffy, so I'll agree on that. This thing should probably, like, search out a mass card, I think. Right? One. Like, something very basic, right? It just searches a mass card, right? Whether it's, like, Dispel, Brutality, Weakness, Restrict. Like, a very basic mass searcher, I think, is, like, kind of needed. Especially since this guy has, like, masks. This Tiki Elder. You know? I think it fits. Wow. No, don't do that. Masks don't have, like, any support. I guess Master Darkness too, yeah. I'm like, unless we restrict it to, you know, spell or trap, but, like, what's the harm in Massive Darkness? You know? Second effect can burn 300, but you spell a trap. I think we should lean more into, like, the mask effect than than not. Oh, Headless Knight. A haunted spirit of a falsely accused knight who wanders in search of truth and justice. I never remember reading his flavor text, but man, that's kind of funny. Truth and justice. Where's my head? Where's my head? Where's me head? So this is like one of the Bakura cards. You know, it has... Its attack could be more. Its defense could be more. It's a very middling card. When someone gets legendary sword, I think we have something that searches out like legendary sword from like LOB. Yeah, Masaki searches out legendary sword. Earth Fiends. Yeah, something more related to fiends, I think. Actually inspired me from the recent speed duel set in which Yugioh from Zero and I streamed yesterday. There's a skill. I mean, it's still like one of Bakura's fiends. Like, it's a headless knight. Like, it's spooky. But one of the skills kind of remind me. Maybe like once. P. Level. How about something like that? Once per turn, pay 500 life points and one level 4 or lower fiend. Probably normal monster. Normal monster from your deck to your graveyard, which helps set up Necrofear plays. I kind of like that. Gives you reason to play like more of the vanilla ones. And you can't abuse like certain cards with it. Marauding Captain for Fiends. Yeah, it's pure Yu-Gi-Oh! It's spooky. Oh, it was Marauding Captain, right? Gains has like protection. Increases warrior damage. Or no, you can like summon one from your hand, right? Well, I think the Fiends should be like graveyard based. Cause that's their whole strategy, right? Yeah, I'm fine with this. Okay, humanoid slime. I'm gonna. So what was that skill card? I kind of want to base off of its skill. The oh, I remember what it was called. Slimy Disposition. Yeah, because for those who haven't been joining like the previous streams, one inspiration for some of these effects have been like tangential stuff, like skill cards, video game effects, retrained monsters. The strings had Slimy Disposition. And Slimy Slimes. Well, that's... Okay, so yeah, Slimy Disposition was like more towards this card. Which I think we can take something like this and then like kind of work it over. I, 'cause, 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 I, 'cause No, I really like humanoid slimes artwork. Like, it's really sick. JoJo-esque. You know, it kind of is. It kind of is a little JoJo-y. It just needs to have, like, eyes with lines over it. Card can be treated as 2 tributes for someone of a divine monster. Ooh. I kind of like that. Because you still need two monsters. But when we get to Worm Drake, we'll have to give him something more like humanoid Worm Drake-y. Stone free. I need to rewatch. I actually want to read JoJo's. I've only watched through it. When's Steel Ball Run? Gets Worm Drake on normal summon. Yeah, I think we'll have this one be like divine support, but we get to Worm Drake, we'll make that one like more of like the fusion based thing. Because you know Worm Drake's pretty cool. Like, I enjoy how there's good slime stuff in speed duels. Lightning Conger. Probably announced next year on JoJo Day in March. I hope so. It's been a couple years since Stone Ocean. Which I don't know if they ever plan to do Steel Ball Run, but I feel like they would have been planning to do Steel Ball Run, even though it's like, you know, a canon reset or whatever. Actually, with my next break, I'll have plenty of time to like wash through stuff. If they like money, I like money, but I also like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So, you know, if anyone donates money this stream, I will buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards this stream. This thing can be so it generates electricity as thunderbolts. This thing can be kind of neat. Destroy all non-thunder type monsters on the field. That seems basically like a dark hole. Yeah, you don't say. I think it'd be cool to give humanoid slime an effect, or humanoid worm drake an effect, but haven't reached that dono goal yet. Yeah, something about like charging a monster, I think. Like target one monster you control. This card. Attack. Deuce to 0. Increase. Let's just attack by 800, I guess. Random 800. Something like that. So it uses its energy to power something else up. How we feeling about something like that? Can't do that infinitely. You know, that is right. Once while this card is... Once while this card is on the field. Yes, that is a very good point. Just constantly like reduce. I will say, I'm sure a lot of my wording for a lot of these cards are terrible. But I hope you can generally get the effect. And also, when I'm finished, like, the entire DM monsters, I will be posting this in my Discord linked below, in, like, a pin thing. So for those who want to, like, reference it at a later point, maybe do, like, a custom format with your friends, you know, it'll be there. Okay, well, that seems fine with that. Melkid. Mulch. The four-face Bulch. 4 different masks. So, what were some of the, what were some of the, like, where was that skill page? Here it was. Under Loomis and Umbra? Umbra and Loomis. It's weird. We can work something like this. Let's see. So Desk Artist isn't in the format whatsoever. Trade for Mass Beast Ritual. Up to 4 Dark Mouse Rare. Search mass cards. Let's see. I think we can do something fun with, like, the ritual and the masks. I wonder if we could do something, like, really wild with, like, sending mask cards to the graveyard for, like, a ritual. Or, like, banishing mask cards from the graveyard as, like, a ritual. Like, maybe instead of, like, using Mass Beast Ritual, you can banish 4 mask cards from your graveyard. Is this too wonky? Mirror field or one. Okay, well, what if it's just from the graveyard? Banish 4 mask cards from your field or graveyard. First one, the mask piece from your graveyard. So you would still need a special summon it first correctly. But you could banish mask cards, you know. And you don't have to worry about all of them being in your graveyard. So that alleviates it a little bit. I mean, yeah, 4 is still asking for a lot, but, like, when you think about it, it's only one more than, like, Necrofear. And all cards don't need to be in your graveyard, aside from Mass Feasting. Like, it's more of a late game card than anything. Like, in the late game, if you like, top deck this thing, you have a bunch of crap in the graveyard, you can be like, I can revive this. It's just like a weird revive tool. And also, it's incentivizes you playing more mass cards, too. So Shining Abyss, another card I think has really sick art. Man, I remember when this set came out. I remember pulling this card a lot, I feel like. So this one, I didn't want to give the like Search for Luminous Spark effect because it does seem to have something about like light and darkness, and I think we can play with that. I think we can play around with this. But we can also make it like mass support too. Dunamis didn't have an effect. You might be thinking of Dark Witch or like Dark Valkyria. Dark Valkyria might be what you're thinking of. How about, like, we kind of work with this a little bit. So if, like, Mass Beast gets destroyed, this guy can be brought back out somehow. Well, it's more so that, like, Umbra and Loomis play this card, right? Wikipedia wants to work with me today. Like, it's been working, but it's just been really slow. Like, I was doing research for a script I'm writing for one of my history videos. There we go. It's only Abyss that isn't water. Yeah, because, like, Loomis and Umbra are both, like, light and dark, and that's, like, their kind of thing. Like, it's basically their card, right? They got Shining Abyss, got the mask on it. Like, we don't have to make it mass support, but I feel like it feels like it just more for like the mass deck is kind of fun. Change attributes. The problem with that is, like, what does that really do? Like, I guess you can make it work with, like, the elemental stuff, like Homunculus, but we could play around with that. Something with, like, the ritual. Turn. It's... I feel like then we have to give, like, a secondary thing to, like, work with that. Be an auto include. I mean, maybe this is too powerful for chaos stuff. Do it. I feel like we should, like, still tie this in with, like, the mask archetype, though. Hmm. Like, something with Mass Beast, right? Yeah, I don't want to make it too powerful. This guy's light to, like, Mass Beast darkness, you know? For free. I mean, technically, like the was it homunculus, the alchemic being, has like a similar effect, but it's like more on field. I think there are some cards that are like considered like dual type or dual attribute. How about something more basic, like Doriato, a Curse of the Mass Beast. How about something where it just like recurs one of the Mass Beast stuff, like a like a Senju kind of thing. Except like except for searching it, it like recurs, but a specific ritual support. I like that more personally. I think the light and darkness thing is cute, but I think it's a bit powerful for what this card is like supposed to be, which is Lumis Umbra. Fodder, I guess. Which also plays into allowing you to like use it as a defensive card potentially by setting it. I like that. I like that. Now something a little less fun looking. A Spherus Lady, not very spherical. Make it banish a Mass Destroy card on the field. I don't hate that, but I think I'm fine with the just ritual support. Gives you more of a tool to like a reason to play Mass Beast. A flip. Yeah, I feel like anything that's kind of weak feels rather flippy. But it's also a rock type though, so it's clearly supposed to be like a Gorgon, right? Like Medusa. So you look into its eyes and they, turn to stone, like Clash of the Titans, Ray Harryhausen. So there should be something about like turning a monster to stone. Like Ah, stop doing that. Maybe like once. Turn. On the field. It to rock. Turn to rock type? I don't know what's the right wording. How will it drink blood from petrified person though? With a straw, I think like a really long, convoluted, silly straw that goes. So you can target monsters. The rock type monsters can't attack. So it could potentially like really slow down your opponent if like they just let this thing kind of just sit and stun things. It's also like hard anti-rock support too, which could potentially see a side deck just on that alone against like certain Earth decks. I think that could be kind of cool. Gorgonic support. Yeah, we haven't really got much Gorgonic stuff, have we? Swordsman of Landstar. This guy got like a retrain or something, right? A tuner and rush dual counterparts. He's a tuna. Warrior monsters gain attack. Oh, that looks cool. Has swapped stats. This one's a dice effect. Dice effect could be kind of fun because it's, you know, like a Joey card. What if we just gave it this effect? Roll 6-sided dice. This turn, this card can attack number type up to the result. Then you can draw one card if the result is 3 or lower. I mean, a direct attack, this thing would deal probably way too much. But it's also like you gotta roll dice to get to 6 and have a direct attack, so it feels very win more. Once per turn. Per turn you can roll 6-sided dice. Yeah, then if you get like a little amount, you can at least get a card. Because like if you know, this thing still has like 500 attack, you know. Like that can be kind of fun. The Earl of Damage. I don't know why I said it like that. Earl of Damage. Earl of Damage. Yeah, I didn't watch Pirates of the Caribbean. He kind of looks like Barbossa. There are things worse than death. Glug, glug, glug. Now there's the Duke of Demise. I don't think that's become a card yet. That was like anime exclusive. 50% to draw a card isn't that bad. Yeah. Like this guy's kind of cool, but unfortunately he's like pretty bad, right? A 1 tribute 2000 attack fiend. Like what was that other part of the Bakura skill? How the fuck do you spell vengeance? Benji. How do you spell vengeance? Oh my god. Was it not called like Vengeance of the Millennium Ring? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? Probably. Where's that damn Bakura skill? Is it Yami Bakura? Malevolence! I'm big dumb dummy. So that one sends... Yeah, I don't know if I'm really getting much from these. Maybe something like this. If you have 4 morphine monsters in your graveyard, you can special from your hand. Or something like that. Again, like more like normal fiend support that we're kind of leaning into. Or maybe we should make it 3. So I feel like 4 like is asking for a bit too much setup for this card specifically, right? That is true, Tripitasker. But like, you know, unless we're gonna make all these like Gemini monsters. Well, how about we add something like this card, normal monster while in the graveyard. Have we had like this to like all these cards? And then same thing with I guess Earthbound Spirit. Just for Earth Fiends. I feel like we've had like other like weird normal support here. Like I'll say that this whole thing project isn't like, you know, this isn't for like, oh, I'm gonna make this like a constructed play kind of thing. This is just a something fun to do. So we can have a thing where like they're all normals in the graveyard. Sure, but you know, it's a deck, I guess. For like being normals, because we're gonna add the same thing to like Portrait Secret as well, and Gross Ghost. I mean, obviously we're gonna add like natural effects for them, but at least then you'll want to get like, you know, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 if you have like other copies of Earl too. So we can give them like a little bit better effects. Because like this one sends one to the graveyard, which helps sets up for Earl Demise, which also sets up for Dark Necrofear. And Earthbound Spirit can also like work with Headless Knight to revive. Let me check something real quick. Headless Knight is level 4. Yeah. And then... Yeah, maybe Headless Knight should be level 4 or lower. Or, Earthbound Spirit. Yeah. That would work better. Honestly, we could make it level 4 lower normal Fiend, and then just get... And then remove the banishing thing. How about that? That way they synergize a bit better. So that increases the options of like these like normal things you can work with. So this card, I really dig its art. I think it's really fun art. And also 1800 defense, not too terribly bad. Feeds on the dreams of sleeper, driven victim into an eternal slumber. Slumber. It's slumber time. So if we want to continue on with like the normal Fiend support, how can we have fun with this? So we have one that revives. We have one that sends. We have one that special summons. I'm just going to write this down here. Revives, sends, specials. So maybe this one, like, searches? This card's name is weird. I want for Japanese. That we can look up. We can look this up right now. You don't even have to donate for it. This is free of charge. Also, I just noticed it has hair. I always thought that was like a cloud, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be hair. Like Sindel from Mortal Kombat. Incubus Ghost. Muma no Bore. Incubus Ghost. Neat. Yeah, I can understand. I mean, they could have made it just like haunting ghost or like possessed goat, like ghost possessor or something like that, I guess. But when this card is or flipped, summon. Or your deck to your hand. What discard is one card. It searches Sangan. An Insta-Rota for fiends. That might be too powerful. So I feel like we could word it where it's like, it has to be like a normal one that has like a normal monster effect. Like in its text. That feels a bit wordy, but like we could do it. Hey, we got to 5 likes. Let's go. Bow. What if it's just when it's flipped face up? So like we can still slow it down a bit. Or we could just make it a flip effect. Flip, you can add one level 4 or lower. A spirit type. I like your thinking. I think I'm gonna stay away from spirits, though. Because, like, if we're making this guy, like, a searcher... Flip. Flip searches a fiend monster. Level 4 or lower. Sook for fiends. What do you mean sook for fiends? Like it flips fiend monsters? I don't know how that really helps. Nothing else is like a... I mean, Earthbound Spirit's a flip, but like... doesn't really get you much. Because I think this could... Are there good flip fiends? Not really. There's like Jowls of Dark Demise, Winged Minion. Those are the only ones that really come to my head. Spear Cretin. Yeah, I guess Spear Cretin's like... depends on like early game and like Magic Ruler format. He's decent. Like Imperial. How about discard normal monster out in the graveyard and deck? You know, if we add deck, that might fix some of these things. Because then we can add normal fiend, and I think that will fix some of the issues I feel like I'm having with this. I get a floodgate. Well, we have Portrait Seeker. I feel like now we can do something. So this guy's stats is like kind of bad. I think we can do something more like protective with it. Like this guy would be like the protector. Should maybe... Yeah. Well, I mean, like, in regards to, like, what we need for the deck. Lord of D for Fiends. Fiend monsters you control targeted by How about that? Kind of works with like his low stats by giving them like protection. All your fiends protection. I mean, it downside, I will say, it's a bit anti-Dark Necrofear, because Dark Necrofear wants to be destroyed by a card effect, you know? So I feel like that this might not work in regards to what we're trying to do with the deck, which ultimately winds up being Dark Necrofear, right? Because we already have Earl that can special summon itself from the hand. What if this guy was like a creature swap? Because there is, like, Zhao's Dark Demise that, like, steals a monster. I think we have a monster that's kind of like that, though. But now change control. Swap. Nothing was swap. Give? No. Maybe we don't. Could have sworn we had like a creature swap like effect already. Let's put this all over here. Because Winged Minion. No, Winged Minion just gives attack, right? Gain control of a monster that destroyed this card. Hmm. Hey, Yugipedia, why are you slow? God. Yeah, it was Zhao's Dark Demise. Hadesu no Tsukaima. Hades is familiar. Hades's minion probably would have been like its more proper translated name, I think. Yeah, what if it was flip what's creature swap? Like it's like an end phase until end phase like creature swap kind of thing. There is oh, what's the card? Invader of the Throne? Is that what I'm thinking of? Yugipedia, what is going on today? I need you to search things. Like, I have all the cards to search up. I think Invader Throne does, like, the same creature swappy kind of thing. Which is why I think the card was included in the Speed Duel set. Yeah. Yeah, I already kind of already have Invader of the Throne. But this would be, like, more Fiend, though. Also cannot be activated during the battle phase. Which I guess makes sense. Unless we made it more like creature swappy. Where, like, it flips, but both players still get to choose. Till the end phase. Or something like that. Puppet plant. I can't seem familiar with puppet plant. So if I have portrait right now is flip, each player chooses one monster control, switches monster within until the end phase. So it's like a one-turn creature swap. Which plays into like the ill fortune of the portrait secret. Discard. It's interesting. So I guess it wouldn't work during the battle phase, like Invader. Puppet Plant might. Be we can do something with this, I think. Control a fiend monster. I feel like instead of discard, we can have this card like on the field. Side card. Card. How about something like that? You could swap the attacking creature per secret. Fails. So with like Invader of the Throne, like this card, basically you can't do it during the battle phase because it technically wouldn't work. I think because it would be like, actually with Giles, I think it would work if it didn't have this, but like Giles of Dark Demise is, I guess, kind of similar. Where you can still steal a card even if like it's destroyed, but it's kind of bad. I feel like some of flips or like historically they've been bad, right? Because they're way too slow. They don't really do anything once they pop off. If you control a fiend monster type from this card, you contribute this card. Take control of a monster opponent controls until the end phase. So this basically will also get another normal monster engrave. I'll also like, stealing a card for a turn, which is kind of Necrofury, which I like. So I kind of like that. But we must move on because we got other cards and so little time. Worm Drake. So this one I wanted to do some sort of slimy disposition with. Something with like, Worm Drake. Can discard this card. Future summon. Once per turn. Card. This card only have one eye or I think it's just the one eye. I think those are all just like gems or whatever it's supposed to be. So one human drink, yeah. No, this wouldn't work. Because you still need like fusion with it. A skull servant type thing. Unless we just kept it like this. So like this, it's like Worm Drake would still need to be on the field to activate it. Whereas humanoid slime is more of like divine thing. Or what if it was like the Hexial fusion stuff, but like for water. I don't know if we've done that already. Baby dragon gains attack. Oh, we do have one, but slime toad. Okay, never mind. Once per effect. Not necessarily. I'm just trying to find out like what's the best way to go about this. Oh, song ended. This hour-long song. You contribute. Basically, this guy needs to bring out humanoid worm drake. Basically, that's the goal of the card, I think. This card and one. Your but it cannot attack. I'm basically giving it as like summoning sickness, like in the anime. Contribute this card and one. Also because like, you know, you're basically getting a free fusion. But maybe we'll need that second part. Just draw one aqua monster from your field or hand. You know, Worm Drake. No, I basically just want to make this like pure like humanoid Worm Drake support. And I feel like 1,000 attack. I don't know. I prefer having a way to get out the monster easier. Especially considering that we gave humanoid slime a more like general effect for like slifer stuff. It's basically like you get this guy out and you just have one other aqua monster. You can get out Worm Drake, which I kind of like. I think humanoid is at like 22. Yeah, 22 2K. So basically, you essentially convert one, like, normal summon, or potentially special summon, into this thing. I imagine using, like, Cyberjar, you know, and getting out, like, Worm Drake and then another Aqua. Like, I feel like having Worm Drake being able to get this guy out, like, very easily is, like, really good. Because, like, you can't abuse it with, like, Sinister Serpent, because Serpent is, you know, reptile. Like, I'm fine with just this, personally. I'd rather give, like, Humanoid Worm Drake an effect, but we gotta meet that goal first. Hey, Cheshire, what's up? What's going on? So let's talk about the single Pegasus card. Toon Alligator. So this guy should be a Toon. Right? You know, so Summoning Sickness, Pay to Attack, and, you know, Direct Attack and Toon, all that normal Toon stuff. Oh. Sheets, why you do this? Hey! Tripper Task with a $5 dono. When this card is summoned, destroy all continuous spells on the field. Talk about Toon Alligator? Anti-Toon World? We did have some Toon support in that we added for Parrot Dragon, where it can be easily summoned. They occasionally do Toon. It's not too far. Like, it's pretty far and few in between. I think the last stuff we got was like Page Flip and BLS and like Toon Bookmark, that sort of stuff. So it's kind of been a while, actually. Surprised you won't see more. But how would destroying spell cards help Toons whatsoever? We could have it like be like protection for Toon World. Like if Toon World would be destroyed, you can tribute this card instead or something like that. You can discard this card potentially if you want to go crazy. We're 33.33% with this Dono Gold to get our normal fusions in. Another special summonable one. Yeah, like maybe we'd go get like a Toon World tattoo, I think. Toon World would get this would be this card. Defense position. Get the effect. Something like that. Basically, if you destroy, you can like summon him from hand and then negates, like, you know, whatever. MST, Heavy Storm. I guess no, not Toon World. The targeted, the activated card. If how's Fake Trap worded? I guess I'm thinking of like a Fake Trap kind of thing. Toon needs milk. Boom. I actually need to get some milk. I'm all out. I'm all out of milk. There's that Simpsons joke where like Bart is like, "Oh, why are my bones so brittle? I drink milk every day." He looks at the card and like, "Milk?" Yeah, that's a bit wordy. Rat milk? Rat milk? Get out of here. How about this? While I don't remember that. On the field. Sounds vaguely familiar. How about something like that? Oh, this card, including all the Toon stuff. Oh, I love the scene with Fat Tony when, like, Chief Wiggum is, like, interrogating him. And he's like, "I know you've been smuggling guns across Springfield." And Tony goes, "What's a gun?" So good. So yeah, so Toon Alligator, aside from all its Toon stuff, while space on the field, Toon World you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Is that good enough? Hey, we got a subscriber during the stream. Hell yeah. Peak Simpsons. Yeah, I haven't watched Simpsons in a while. Like, I want to say it was like 2020, 2021. I like watched through the first 8 seasons. So it wasn't too long ago. Okay, I think the like field barrier effect to an alligator is probably good enough. But we must be moving on because technically we're in overtime now. Do we continue on with LOD? Take them away, toys. Not a ton in LOD. I feel like always like early on, I'm like, oh, we're pacing ourselves really well. And then we get to the end and we're like, oh my god. Lizard Soldier. A beast soldier that is not a beast soldier. Small for a dragon type. What do you think about Lizard Soldier? He kind of looks like was it Lizard Man from Soul Calibur 2? Yeah, he's like a reptile, dragon, beast soldier, all wrapped in armor. Identity Crisis. Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths. On Infinite Lizardmen. We'll go until 8:15. How about that? Another 10 minutes. See, Lizard Soldier. What do we think? Lizard Soldier. He feels like a guy that like would swarm the field. How about like Victory Dragon support? Hey, Astor, what's up? Maybe Magician Valkyria effect for her. What did Valkyrie do again? I know it was like sword protection thing. I played it like the other week. My OCG GOAT stream. For dragons. Well, we do have King Dragoon, like, later released. I kind of want to make this, like, kind of sort of Victory Dragon, sort of, like, trolley. From... But if summoned... If it... Something like that, maybe? Might be broken in Dragon Link. All dragons feel kind of beast and reptile type. All dragon type monster. Yeah, that might be a bit broken. Dragon Link is kind of crazy, right? Like, remember when that was like kind of first, like, became like a concept? It was like, hold on a second, what? Excuse me. I kind of like lean towards like Victory Dragon somehow, because Victory Dragon really only has like Troop Dragon. It's like fun Troop Dragon stuff. So, yeah, maybe just give this like a Nimble Momonga thing. Yeah, Dragon Link will take whatever they can. Let's just paste this as a base. What about by as a copy of Troop Dragon to the hand? We'll have to keep it somewhat separate. Face up. Attack position. Something like that. This card's stored by card effect to the grave. You can special summon any number of lizard soldier from your deck and face up attack position. That seems respectable, I think. Makes it a little bit unique that it has to be sent by a card effect. And it's attack, so you can potentially get like a good hit in, depending on the situation. Right, you know, like a dark hole. It's like 2200. Luster Dragon. Number 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like gonna be better than Giant Germ, but like it's something, I guess, especially if you're dragon strategy. Because we had another one that was kind of Momongo like one or two other monsters. Let's see. Another dragon. Something you can do something kind of neat with this. Make this guy Machine King for dragons. All right, see you later, Lead Lover. Yep. Enjoy the rest of your new year. Hope to see you in the new world. Luster Dragon. I'm very tempted to just give this guy Machine King, but I don't know if I want to do that. That feels cheap, I think. Maybe something with like the other Luster Dragon, because this guy's technically Luster Dragon number 2. So we could word it as that. That would be Magician's Force. So this is Legacy of Darkness. So it would be 2 sets after this one. In which Luster Dragon would be still considered. I don't know why they did it. Why they did it like they did. Because like both cards, like, are different names in the LCG. Like that number 1 is Sapphire Dragon. This one's Emerald Dragon. So, like, they could have just changed the name of the other one. Instead, they can't have that one be this name, and they, like, go back and change it this. Like, I do not understand it. Diamond Head Dragon. Maybe do something with, like, gaining attack. Like, I don't know. Tribute 1 monster. Face up. Gains attack equal to half. Attack until the end of the turn. Once per turn. Something like that. Once per turn, you can treat one face-up monster you control. This card gains attack equal to half of the sent monster's attack until the end of the turn. So this kind of plays into that, like, ritual version a little bit by, like, gaining attack. You know, it feeds on Emerald. There you go. Potentially get, like, a really strong monster with this. Opticlops. This guy's kind of cool. Super Hitatsumi Giant. He serves Dark Ruler Hades. Good stats for like as far as a, you know, regular beater in a vacuum goes. So what about Opticlops? Let's see. Appears in Giant Hunter. Feels like it's good. We can make him like some sort of like Hades support somehow. Yeah, maybe he like returns Hades to the hand. Like, this card is graveyard. Can add 1. So that way, it gives you options to like reuse Hades potentially, and because Opticlops is like already strong, it's more likely to get destroyed by a card effect theoretically by an opponent's. By an opponent's card effects in the graveyard, you can add 1. Yeah, I like that. Robo Lady. So this thing has like the Robo Yarrow support stuff. Or the Super Robo Yarrow and whatever. Which is this, both these guys. Which are actually kind of neat because they can, so they both gain 1,000 attack. when it does like direct damage. And they can kind of like tag out almost, right? Yeah, like some in the other one. It's nice because it can sort of go under like the messenger of peace, which is kind of like their main usage, really. So I don't know what like the main difference between the two is otherwise, and there's like I don't know why you would want to tag out. I guess maybe if they're like being hit, but like they're not even quick effects. So I don't know exactly what we want to do with this. Like, you know, theoretically, you want to give it some sort of, you know, like fusion related support. But, like, I don't want to have it where it gets out, you know, or just gets out this. Because then this can just like bring out the other one. Like we can just have them like search out each other. Like that seems like that's a typical, I guess, thing of something like this. Of like both of them. Maybe yeah, limiter 2200. Oh, it's so strong. Watch out. When this card is summoned, you can reveal your that lists this card material. Using this card and but something like that. Yeah. When this card is summoned, you can reveal a monster in your extra deck that lists this card's material. Fusion summon the revealed monster using this card and send the other material from your deck to the graveyard. So basically, this allows you to bypass poly and also bypass like having both of like the crappy robos. And then we can just give Robo Yaru like honestly the same effect because they're both two peas in a pod. Because what else are they gonna use? Robotic Knight. Didn't this guy have like a deck master? Discard machine card monster to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Sure. Monster. Bam, there you go. Deck master ability. You can discard one machine monster from your hand and put 500 damage to your opponent. Surprised they just didn't give Nesbit Cannon Soldier. I mean, you need a bunch of machine monsters in your hand. So, I mean, possibly, but I would have a hard time figuring that out. Like, nothing more than, like, Cannon Soldier would. Cannon Soldier is way more generic, you know? It also can also play into more, like, machine support stuff, too, in terms of, like, you know, reviving machine monsters. We did Roboyaru. The Dragon Dwelling in the Cave is the next one. Another Defender Dragon. Horrible gets angry at those. You should quiet it to preserve certain treasures. So maybe we only see, like, the first half. I kind of like, because it almost makes me think that, you know, its second half is, like, it's in a cave, kind of. But maybe that's where that green light is coming from. Who's to say? Yeah, I say I was going to stop at, like, 8:15, but, like, yeah, we're just going to finish LOD. I don't want to cut off any of the, like, core sets. If I can help it, it's pretty short. It's also the last stream of the year. So, like, giving it all some extra Janjo here. More opportunities to hit that $15 goal. The defenders, I feel like, are always kind of tricky. Cause it's like, you gotta defend, but also gotta give them something kind of neat. You know? Maybe, like, is the only card... if it's... Basically, it was, like, end of the year was, like, the deadline. I had this goal, like, I think last stream, or last Janjo live stream. I'll probably, like, I'll probably extend it out, you know, up until we finish this series. So it says 11 days, but I'm most likely going to extend it. I want to give people time, but, you know. Obviously, like, when I'm done with this, I'm not going to, like, continue it. But I would like to do the fusions. I think that could be fun. It's the only card you control. Once per turn, you can swap the... How about something like this? So it's like, it needs to be like, you know, it's like the only monster in the cave, but if it's the only thing there, then it gets, like, really strong. I feel like it's a good downside, basically, that it's the only, like, you can't control a back row card. Hey, no, what's up? Yeah, kind of like Sword and Shield, but you can't control, like, any other monsters or back row cards. I feel like we had another card or two that had, like, similar Sword and Shield effect. Like, I would be surprised if we have cards that have repeated effects. I'm sure there's, like, a few. Do you think Milk It should be 3 instead of 2? Or 3 instead of 4? I'm just kind of, like, eyeing that real quick. Because I know it's like 4 face beasts, but it could be like, you know, 3 including itself or 3 including the mass beast kind of thing. Just a thought. Or some of these I can change like after the stream is over. Like some of them I have before. So nothing is ever like, you know, hard set in stone. And if anyone has like other ideas, you know, feel free to share them either like in the comments of this video or like in my Discord, which is linked, you know, in the description below. The Illusionary Gentleman. So this guy would be an illusion monster, surely. Very fickle. So let's say people at other times commit crimes. Yikes. So this guy looks like a stand. He looks like a JoJo stand. Your opponent attacked more than... Well, must create a duplicate of this card. We could do something with that. Similar. There's their... Create tokens. Extra defense up to number trolls till the end of destroy all great illusory tokens. Let's call them that. At the end of their battle phase. How about something like that? When your opponent enters their battle phase, you can create illusory tokens with 0 attack, 0 defense. Up to the number... Or I guess you can special. Some illusory tokens up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. Destroy the illusionary... tokens at the end of the battle phase. So it's like a 1-turn kind of protection sort of thing. So, like, you know, if they have the 2 monsters, you get 2 tokens, potentially up to, but they don't survive anything past that. And you can't abuse anything with, like a Mystic Walk. This seems kind of neat. But there might be a way to bust it, but probably not, because only during your opponent's turn also. And they could just attack this card, too. So, like, you know. And last but not least, the last one of the year, because I did Wolf Axe Wielder, like, pre-stream, where it searches Gaia Power, because I just needed to fill that in somewhere. Warrior Digrapher, this guy, very important Yu-Gi-Oh card, right? Like, we need to give him, like, a good effect. He has a ton of lore in the game, so it's like it's hard to even like begin with this guy, really. So what do we think about Warrior Digrapher? It's almost like best for last. Okay, where he's creeping out a DD Warrior Lady? Oh, I don't know. One of these cards, I guess. Yeah, he has Ryu Senshi. Die Dance. What? What is this card? I mean, DD Warlady is kind of a babe. he's got like the rose. What the heck's going on here? Look at that toy. What? Look at how they massacred my boy. That's funny. The Chaos Grepher, Dark Grepher, Light Ray, Night Day, Dark Lucius. Yeah, this guy has like a lot. There's a lot we can do. This one I feel like we need to, tread carefully. Is there like a through line with like all of these? I wonder. See, this one recurs an equip spell. This one special summons. This one sends. This one also kind of sends. Banishes. More times than not, he sends something, but I don't know if that really gives me anything to work with. Fairy monsters cannot be summoned. See, he's a rival to... In Die Dance, he attempts to court Deity Warrior Lady, much to her visible chagrin. Like, if he's a rival to Deity Warrior Lady, we could kind of work with something like that. With Warrior of the Wasteland. Yeah, he has like the Zera kind of thing. Maybe we give this guy like 2 effects. Maybe we can like really make him like a sick warrior card. Because honestly, it'd be great if like goat level warrior deck could play Digrapher, realistically. Sort of battle like this one Earth. Heck. What if he like adds a light or dark warrior depending on like how he's destroyed? Like card is destroyed by card effect. Add hand by battle. Add 1 dark warrior. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, how are we feeling? Card destroyed by plus card effect. Add 1 light warrior monster with funeral stack from deck to your hand. Card destroyed by battle. Add 1 dark warrior monster with funeral stack from your deck to your hand. We feeling anything from that? Good, bad, meh. Good, it's a good effect, it's a bad effect, it's broken, we could do better, it's okay, it's passable. Seems like a modern card for sure. I don't think we can necessarily break this, because like you can't search out like, like Blade Knight, first, let's say. And you can't search out like Mystic Swordsman level 2. And it also requires your opponent kind of figuring out how to like deal with a certain way, but you can, like, I don't know exact, like, yeah, you can search out like a DD Warrior Lady or like a Don Zalug with it. But still kind of reduces its power to certain degrees and gives your opponent some more leniency towards it. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Well, we did it. Went to overtime there. We're getting through DM. We're getting through DM, which is all that we're going to be doing. Because you still got Pharaonic Guardian through Flaming Eternity, potentially Lost Millennium. Yeah, Tomato does let you do that, which is true. Same thing with, like, Shining Angel and Lights. And this doesn't even float into it, it just adds to hand. What if it just floats into any warrior monster? Like, let's just look up Mystic Tomato real quick. Tomato. Tomato. Come on, Tomato. I believe in you, Wikipedia. How about something like this? How about it's a floater but for just warrior monsters? Just one warrior monster for 200 or less attack from your deck and attack position. Like, he can't float into himself. Because, like, I want to make Digrapher, like, pretty good, you know? It's like, now you can get out, like, a lot more, potentially. A DD Warrior Lady, Exiled Force, Mystic Swordsman. Like, now you can get, like, the Earth ones, too. Of course, it's destroyed by battle, so, like, you know, you can think a little bit more about that. Yeah, which is ironic. I mean, there's also, like, Rhoda, which, like, just instantly gets you into, like, any level 4. But this, you know, obviously, you know, has the attack thing. What was, like, one... Like, I know there's a monster that's, like, a recruiter, but it's, like, not quite. I don't know what I'm thinking of. That has, like, a recruiter-like effect, but it's not one of, like, the generic ones. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Like, Mass Dragon? Smash Dragon gets out dragons. Like, do we have Digrapher just be more like Earth Warriors? No, I don't think it should be Earth Warriors, because that feels like it makes it too giant rat, you know? Ugh, I want this super rare, but it's so expensive, I'm pretty sure. Like, God, $31. Ah, I don't like. I'm not gonna buy it because it's $31. But like, I hate that it's the only high rarity printing of Mass Dragon. They're all like in the 30s, like 35 range. It's terrible. I want it. Maybe. Yeah, I guess. I mean, this just makes Digrapher, like, distinctly... I mean, not like this card's legal in GOAT anyway, but... I'm just wondering if this is too powerful, just given how, like, warrior monsters are. I mean, it's harder to crash this guy into cards because his, like, attack is higher than, like, a 1400 whatever. Yeah. Giant Ratcaster for any Earth. I'm just wondering for more for, like, Digrapher's case than anything. Agrarian Special Summon. It might be fine. Like, I don't know if it should be, like, a level restriction. Nah. Without being broken. I mean, he would definitely see play. I think that's what we're kind of going for, right? So, I guess that checks off the box I was aiming for. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all for been joining it. Fun stream, final stream of the year. A lot of fun stuff next year. Also, I like this cam because I can show off the Yu-Gi-Oh banner back there. Wham. Yeah, I'm continuing to work on videos. Currently in like March's videos. Because I backlog everything like months in advance. And of course, streaming will return next year as we continue more of these like normal monster stuff. Yeah, thank you, El Chesh. I hope you have a fun holiday season too, whatever you end up doing. Have to visit Mexico sometime. That'd be fun. Never been. But yeah, thank you all for joining my stream. And until I see you next time, have a wonderful day.